להבין במה שכתוב רבינו לעיל, to understand is that the Rebbe wrote earlier, meaning the Alter Rebbe, in the previous Maamar about Rosh Chodesh, in the beer of V'nifkarat ki pakid moshavecha, the Perush v'atam sh'Rosh Chodesh inu nikra b'pasuk yom hama'ase, that the reason that Rosh Chodesh is not called in the pasuk the day of action, afal pisha mutar be'asiyas malacha. So it says when you start the sham b'yom hamasa, you hid there on the day of action, on the day of asiyas malacha. But on Rosh Chodesh, it's not going to be the day of asiyas malacha. Machar Chodesh, and it compares it and juxtaposes it to Yom Hamasa. So Rosh Chodesh is mutar b'asiyas malacha though. Hu mishum she'Rosh Chodesh mekabelas be'atzma mechochma ubina. That's because it's not like the regular hamshacha during the week, that it because in Rosh Chodesh it receives from chochma and bina itself. Masha einkein sheish yisemei hamasa, which is not the case with the 6 days of the week of action. Hainu kish mikabelas mivov tzavos, that during the week it receives from the 6 sides. The hainu mizachu, that is from Ziranpin. Ubezohar Parshas Noach, Dafayin Hemor Beis, al pasuk shar hachatzer hapnimis, yihi sagur. And in Zohar Noach, on the verse that the gate of the inner courtyard will be closed, Sheshis Yemei Hamasa, the 6 days of the week of action, Ubiyom HaShabbos Yipaseach, Ubiyom HaChodesh Yipaseach, and on the day of Shabbos it will open, and on the day of the new moon, of the new month, it will open. Mashma Shachiluku B'Shibi Yemei Hamasa Ashpa Memalchus Tatzilus. So this implies that the difference is that in the days of action, the flow comes from Malchus. That's the concept of this gate. And the Malchus hides in the Malach Matat Ubovel Yadu Nimshach Lamata, and through this Malach the flow of Al Biyom HaShabbos Biyom Rosh Chodesh. But on Shabbos and Rosh Chodesh Miskale Hashpos Hatzilus Atzmachulu is revealed the flow of Atzilus itself. And therefore it explains there in the Mikdash Melech on Zohar Noach that he quoted the Rosh Chodesh HaMalchus Migalis HaRosea Al Yidei Olam HaBriya Levad Kemo B'Shabbos Chulu, that on Rosh Chodesh the Malchus reveals its lights to the world of Bria itself, like on Shabbos, and that's why the pasuk compares the opening of the gate in the Mikdash on Rosh Chodesh to the day of Shabbos. V'chein Perush B'Reshis Chachma Shara Kedusha. So too it says in Reshis Chachma. V'Shlomo Devadai Be'Zanyanim Emes. So these two Perushim, and what's unique about the Hashpah of Rosh Chodesh, certainly both of them are true. That there is certainly a greatness in Rosh Chodesh, the elevation of Malchus itself, Atzilus Atzmo, in Atzilus itself, that receives from a higher place than on the 6 days of the week. And this is what the Alter Rebbe explains here. And there's also another great thing about Malchus on the day of Rosh Chodesh, and concerning the flow downwards. not just from where it's receiving from a higher place. And that's what it's referring to in Zohar Noach, where it talks about the gate being opened. That I guess that it gives flow downwards. And the Alter Rebbe explains this himself in the Maamar Machar Chodesh, that Rosh Chodesh is not called the day of the week of action, because from Rosh Chodesh the flow does not come through the world of Asiyah, like the Mikdash Melech explains that it comes straight through Bria, like on Shabbos. Just like on Shabbos and Yom Tov, you have these two concepts, Lahvin, but it needs to be understood. The Kivan Shahamalchus Ola b'Shabbos Aji b'Madregas Imaylo. That Silus, that since on Shabbos, Malchus goes up until it's on the level of the supernal mother of Atzilus, of Bina. Imkein Echi Hiash Palamata Mibria. If so, how does the flow coming down through Bria? That we must say that Malchus is enclosed within Bria. If it's going up to Ima, how is it also down in Bria at the same time? How can you have both of these ideas at once? Similarly, you can ask this question on Yom Tov and Rosh Chodesh. That if it's going up, how is it also going down at the same time? Tikun Zayin, Tikun Izor, Tikun Vav. But this is explained in Tikun Izor, the 6th Tikun. This is what it says: that in Shabbos and Yom Tov and that time, and in that time, it's Yachtas in Baila, it unites with its husband. And how many extra souls come down with it to dwell in Israel? Like it says that they'll guard this, their holidays, Shabbos and holidays, for their generations. Ad kan Lashono Upeir Shal Zeh b'Sefer Kisei Melech. So the Kisei Melech explains Sham Uzel Lashono. B'Shabbos v'Yom Tov Shaz Ola Bat Silus. That what is this talking about? That on Shabbos and Yom Tov, that then it goes up. Shaz Ola Bat Silus. It goes up into Atzilus. Lis Yachadim Baila, to be united with her husband, so to speak. Malchus goes upwards for a yichud v'nira mekan shebiyom Shabbos atzmo achar hayichud chozeres l'megom l'briya chulu. So the Kisei Melech says there that from this it seems that after its union on Shabbos itself, it goes back to its place in Bria. Ukishyoredis, and when it goes down, Mevil Yisrael Nafshin Yiseidin, it brings to Israel extra souls, Lidaida Vahon, to dwell in them. And this is what it means for their generations. Lidarasam, Lashon Dira, Ad Kan Lashono. Lidorosam, Lashon Dira, it's the language of dwelling, that's the Dorosam means to dwell in them. So we learned the Gam Be'es Aliyah Sabrom Hamailos, that even when it goes up to the highest heights, Yoredis Gam Kein Bibria, it also goes down to the world of Bria. Lahachios Olamos, to enliven the worlds. Ela the Be'emes Harigam Olam Habria Ola B'Shabbos B'Makom Zeranpim. But the truth is, even the world of Bria is also going up in that time into Zah of Atzilus. And then this fits with what it says in Reshis Chachma. The B'Shabbos is Skalus Atzilus Mamash. That on Shabbos it's the revelation of Atzilus truly, not just the world of Bria. V'chin mashma pshat lashon Zohar u'beprietz Chaim Isa. And that's also the simple meaning of the world of the words of the Zohar. Beprietz Chaim Isa shual yidei slapshus gomer b'Bria. But in Prietz Chaim it implies that it seems to be completely enclosed within the world of Bria. And according to what we explained, it makes sense. Because also the world of Bria is the concept of Atzilus on Shabbos, that it went up to Zoh. So it can also be mislabish in the world of Bria and still be in Atzilus. Exactly the opposite. It's not that it went up and there's no hashpa, there's even more hashpa below. Because it's receiving greater light. Like it says in Zohar Truma, concerning the verse, that he places a path in the sea, Lashko, Lashlamani, Hiru Desira, Bechol Sitrin, to give flow and to complete the light of the moon on all sides, and to open for it a path to shine downwards. That's what it means, Henusim biyam derech. I guess also the yam is the concept of malchus. So you give a path to malchus is to complete its light and give it a path to shine. That when you draw down to malchus, that's called the moon, a great light, b'chol sitrin, on all sides, shalah, then you have made an opening of the path, shine downwards into Bria Yitzirasiyah, Yisron or Gadol Chulu, the greatness of the light. Vimkin Adraba, so if so, exactly the opposite move on the Shnei Hanyanim Anal Shabrosh Chodesh Olim Mikane Echad. It's understood that these two concepts in Rosh Chodesh are equal the same thing. And even greater than this is explained on the Zohar Baloscha, how even when Malchus goes up, it's shining from its Chabad downwards. And similar to the concept of when the Aron travels, it turns its face towards Israel, to face Israel. Meaning to say that it's not just looking upwards, but it's also looking down towards Israel to give to them. So even when Soah Ha'aron, meaning to say when the Aron goes upwards, Aaron's traveling, but it's not like it forgot about us, so to speak. It's still facing us. So that's when a Malchus goes up and gets light from Chabad. And that's like we're saying here by Rosh Chodesh and Shabbos, in Yom Tov. Einor b'tikun kaf aleph karav l'sofo. Look in Tikun Kuf Aleph, near the end, b'yom in the chol, the shalit matar chulu, that during the days of the week when matat is ruling, that the hashpar comes through him, b'kisei melech tafka vav os ches, ala'i kasha hakasha, that it says that if it's a question, this is the question. The Rabenu. Anyways, look over there. But if you have a question, this would be the question. So that it goes up and comes down at the same time. So that's not the question. But if you have a question on the Alter Rebbe's Maamer, the Tzemach Tzedek says here that this would be the question. The Rabinu Bir Kan Sheish Chiluk Ben Shabbos LeRosh Chodesh, that the Alter Rebbe explained here that you have a difference between Shabbos and Rosh Chodesh binyan Agilui Lamata, concerning the revelation below. Shabbos Adibur Elyon Chozer Lemekora, that on Shabbos the supernal speech goes up to its source, Masha'enkim B'Rosh Chodesh Nimshach Hashpa Al Yedei Hadibur, which is not the case with Rosh Chodesh. The flow comes through the speech. It's only that the speech is now receiving from a higher place, from Chachma and Bina. But the speech itself isn't going up. Back to its source. And in another place, in the Maamer Shuva Yisrael, it explains the question. That what we're really asking here is how do the worlds stay on Shabbos? If we have, okay, so we understand this difference between them, between the Dibur on Shabbos and the Dibur on Rosh Chodesh. But on Shabbos, it seems to be that the Dibur is going up. So how do you have the Kima of the worlds on Shabbos? If the Holy One, blessed be He, rested from the concept of speech, that the speech returns to its place. And the answer is and the answer is that on Shabbos the life of the worlds is due to thought itself, Shu Olam Habriya, which is the world of Briya. And that's why you have this extra neshama on Shabbos, from the world of Briya, Shu Olam Haneshamos, which is the world of Neshamos, specifically because I guess the Siyu it would be Nefesh, and Yitzir would be Ruach. And so if you get Neshama Yisera, that's because it's coming from the world of Briya. Misham Nimshach Gam Kin Shefa V'chayus HaOlam Hazeh HaGashmi. And from there, you also have the flow and the life force to this physical world, that is in the world of Asiyad Kanashon Osham. That's the end of his quote over there.